Yes, I'm ready.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda. And then
There is one addition, the Learn Academy MOU, put that on that too.
I move we approve the agenda as presented with the addition of the Learn Academy.
all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed. Comments, guidelines will be on the agenda items when they're discussed in the meeting, keeping them to 3 minutes. From Medallion School.
Yes, go right ahead.
All right, my name's Louis Wheeler. I have 4 Wheelers here at the school. And then we've got Daniel this year from Liberia as a foreign exchange student. And 2 years ago, we had Juana, that was a foreign exchange student from Argentina. And she's now in college in Florida at Nova Southern University. I guess they just had finals, so she's back in Argentina. But anyways, I want to present, you guys put you in for the State Department's Medallion Award, and this is for schools that are partners in diplomacy. So just a little background, in World War I, there was a group of ambulance drivers. They were called American Field Service, and they drove out into the battlefields and they picked up wounded soldiers. And when World War I was over, these guys disbanded. They had a reunion a year later, and they said, what can we do to try to, see that the horrors of war doesn't happen like this again? And they kept the name American Field Service, AFS, but they formed a agency to host foreign exchange students. We just broke 500,000, so we just broke 500,000 students. But in World War II, they went back to being ambulance drivers again for 5 years. But then when World War II was over, they went back to hosting, trying to help foster peace through basically getting ideas into these countries, especially developing countries. So if you were a government teacher in 1989 in Granville, South Carolina, you'd be really interested to know that your student is the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka that was hosted through us. If you taught a small government class in California, the previous Prime Minister of Sweden would have been your student. I have no idea what this guy will do. That may happen. One U.S. senator, one U.S. congressman, but only God knows exactly how many people the program has brought to the United States or has sent abroad and has allowed them to basically develop world policy and things like that. So every year we go to the State House. Diego Morales, our Secretary of State, welcomes us, and the students all get pens and things, and he tells them about how important it is and how important it is for schools to allow this to happen. I found them through the State Department. So there's other hosting agencies out there, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the one. So in any event, that's the background there. But for the state of Indiana, you guys received the Medallion Award, and I was hoping that a state official would come and do it. And I reached out to Diego, and he said he might do it, and then he's not here. So in any event, U.S. State Department or United States Department of State Certificate of Appreciation presented at Clinton Perry High School for promoting mutual understanding and respect among future generations of global leaders by supporting the U.S. Department of State's Congress, Bundesliga Youth Exchange, Futures Leader Exchange, the Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Programs. And then they gave you this kind of cheesy looking, but in addition to it almost looks like a baseball, I don't know what you call it, flag that you have on your wall. But then in addition to the certificate, they've also given you a little Cheesy Flag. So thanks for being a great partner, and I'm happy that they recognize you guys.
Thanks for the nomination. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
I'd just like to say that we learn so much more from our students than they probably do. We have thoroughly enjoyed Daniel. I think if you went to any basketball game, you know, is a fan of Daniel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Approval of the minutes of April 21st, 2025. Regular session.